I'm here at the Smith's family luau property, and this section right here is the restaurant and the boat excursion that goes down the river here.
And aloha!
Aloha!
Welcome to Smith's Tropical Paradise. My ladies are getting excited. They'll see some peacocks with the feathers open. These are the males now. Males are the one with the blue breast feathers on it. This is mating time of year, so they open their feathers to attract the female to come to it. The female is a brownish or grayish looking one with no feathers. The little gray birds, they're called zebra doves. Park is over 30 acres. As I go, I'll try to describe some landscape. Colorful bush on either side. Uh-oh. Sorry, ladies, you got the famous backside. Large trees on the right, they're called rubber trees or ficus trees, brought into the Hawaiian Islands. On the left, there's some green bush with purple or reddish flowers on the left. These are called bougainvillea. They come in assortment of colors found all around the park and island. I'll be making a little turn. On the right, there's a green bush, reddish flower on it with a touch of yellow, dwarf pontiana off to my right. Hawaiians called it ohai ali'i. On the left, these are plumeria. Plumeria comes in assortment of colors, very fragrant in smell. They use basically for lei making. Blossoms heavily during the summer months. You'll see some banana plants over to the right. Coming up further to the right, you'll see some with fruits on it. These are called cooking banana. There's over 20 varieties of banana plants in Hawaii. Cooking banana coming up on the right. Tree on the right looks like a big mushroom. Chinese banyan trees to the right-hand side. Now, you'll see a building on the right. This will be the Luau Hale. Luau would mean feast or gathering. Hale means house. This is the building you folks be coming for your buffet dinner and cocktails. Then over to the left, next to that soda machine, there's a round building. This is known as the Liki Liki. I see smiles, so most of you guys got it. For those who missed it, that will be the restrooms now. Just remember, ladies, you go to the left. Men are called kane, you go to the right. So if anybody drinks too much, you're on your own now. Now, to the right, this is the courtyard area of the park. There's some green trees in front of the pond. Yellow flowers are coming out on them. These are called golden shower trees, off to my right now. The next set of trees coming up on the right and left, purple flowers on it. These are called Hong Kong orchid trees, off to the right and left-hand side with the purple flowers. Now, the next set of trees on the left has a pinkish flower on it. St. Thomas orchid trees over to the left-hand side. Another Hong Kong orchid tree on my right. Then just across the pond to the right, there's a little island. This is known as the Japanese island. This is where most of our wedding ceremony will take place. It's very picturesque. Now, to my left, the building to the left, this is the Lagoon Theater. This is where you folks are going to come for the show portion of our luau. You'll be seeing the theater coming up very shortly to my left-hand side. Again, Lagoon Theater to my left, seating inside, theater-style seating. Everything will face the stage area, stage over a little pond. Behind the stage, you'll see a rock formation. This is our version of our volcano to start the show. You leave up for you folks. Goddess of the volcano in Hawaii will be known as Pele, and she'll come out and do a number to start the show off. Now over to the right-hand side, this is the flower wheel. We'll have assortment of flowers all around the courtyard to the right. There's some tall green pine trees around the courtyard. These are known as Norfolk pine trees, also brought into the Hawaiian Islands. There's a male peacock on the flower wheel. He has it quarter open. We'll see more as we go around, so don't worry, folks. Now on the left, there's more green palm trees. Look at the leaf of the palm. Opens like large fans. These are called Chinese fan palms on the left-hand side. We'll be entering what we call the bamboo forest. Basically, two types of bamboo. First one coming up on either side of the tram, yellow in color. This will be known as the golden bamboo. Early Hawaiians would use it to make grass hut structures out of in the olden days. Now, the second type of bamboo is only to the left of the tram. It's slimmer, straighter. These were used to make a fishing pole, fishing net out of. Now, just remember the little gray birds, zebra doves, they're like the chickens, very well fed, so just stick around the park area. On the right, there's some orchids with little yellow flowers on it. Popcorn orchids off to the right now. Popcorn orchids, the green bush on the right, red flowers on it, they look like little tails. Red monkey tail plant off to the right now. Red monkey tail plant to the right. Now, to the left, under that bamboo, you'll see some green plants. It look like long tongues sticking up. Hawaiians would call it mother-in-law tongues. Sorry, mother-in-laws. Hawaiians have a sense of humor now. Mother-in-law tongues to the left under the bamboo. To the right, early replica of a Polynesian village, a little grass hut to my right. We'll make a little circle around the area so you have another view coming up. Now, on the left-hand side, by the pond area, the large trees called paper bark trees. The reason is bark of the tree peels off it just like paper. Then there's a black and white bird by the pond. That's a pheasant now. Pheasant off to the left by the pond area. Now, on the right, these are known as candle nut trees. Hawaiians will call it kukui nut trees. These will be the state tree of the Hawaiian Islands. Now, another view of the Polynesian village is going to come up just off to my right-hand side. Now, to the left, following the statues, there's some pond areas coming up to the left. You'll see some green leafy plants in it. This is known as taro. This is what poi comes from. Bottom of the plant will come up in a form of a beak that's pounded down to make poi. If anybody wants to try poi tonight, it's available on the buffet line tonight. Now, on the right, anybody needs extra money or cash? Money trees. Little money trees coming up on the right. So anybody desperate, help yourself. I won't look now. There's some green bush on the left. You'll see some flowers. Flowers look like shells on it. They're called shell ginger flower on my left-hand side. Following to the left, you'll see green and white leafy plants. That's variegated noni plants. Off to the left, another big rubber or ficus tree to the left. Now, also to the left, you'll see red and yellow flowers on the green bush to the left. They're called heliconia. They come in all different varieties. This type is called the hanging heliconia. Heliconia flowers to the left now. Again, zebra doves, a lot of chickens in this area. On the left, you got more of the bougainvillea flowers on my left-hand side. Again, they come in assortment of colors. Now, on the right, these are called dwarf coconut trees. The tree is supposed to go 4 to 5 feet, but everything in Hawaii grows. Dwarf coconut trees to the right now. Now, on my left-hand side, this is a guava tree with the green fruit on it. Guava tree to the left now. Behind the guava tree is star fruit. Guava star fruit tree to the left now. Now, the next tree on the left, little green fruit on it. Cucumber tree. Cucumber tree, followed by another guava tree to the left. There's a big apple tree to follow, followed by a star apple tree. Under that star apple tree, the green plants with berries under it, they're called coffee plants. Coffee plants to the left now, under the star apple tree. Now on the right, by the pond area, the green bush you'll see with berries on it. Strawberry guava trees off to my right now by the pond area. Strawberry guava trees. The next tree on the right has a green fruit on it. That's a sour sap tree to the right. Sour sap tree to the right now. Now the next tree on the left, you look on the inside of the tree, you'll see large green fruits hanging down. This is called jackfruit, originally come to us from India. Jackfruit can weigh about 20-30 pounds in size when it's finished growing. Again, very edible. On the right, there's a little village to the right. This is known as the Filipino village. Filipinos brought into the Hawaiian Islands basically as plantation workers. When they first arrived, this would be the type of housing they lived in the olden days. Now, if you look on either side of the tram, you'll see coconut trees. A lot of coconuts on it. Coconut trees to the left and right. Another guava trees to the left with the green fruit on it. Also to the left, you'll see red flowers. That's known as red ginger. Ginger can also come in the pink variety. Again, this is not the eating or cooking type of ginger now. Usually in this section, you'll see more of the male peacocks in it. Again, it's mating time. That's why the males open their feathers. During mating time, males are very territorial. They'll stick to one section. So if another peacock comes inside, you'll try to chase it out. Then after mating season is complete, males automatically drop their feathers. It'll regrow for next year. The cycle just repeats itself over and over again. Now, coming up on the left, there's a funny looking statue. This is known as Aku head. It's a replica of one of the gods of Easter Island, roughly 4,000 miles away from Hawaii. Now, on the right, you'll have a closer view of the Japanese island. Now the tree on the left has a bright reddish or orange flower on it. That's an African Royal Poinciana tree, or excuse me, off to the left. Royal Poinciana tree to the left. Now to the right, these are the African tulip trees to the right. African tulip trees on the right. They're found all around the Hawaiian Islands. Pasture area to the left, you'll see a lot of chickens, ducks, even peacocks in it. You're wondering why so many chickens on this island. About 19 years ago, we had a hurricane to hit the island. A lot of people had chicken coops in their backyard. So when the hurricane hit, everything went in the wild. Chicken multiply 2 times a year. When they multiply, it's a good 6 or 8 of them come up one time. There's no predators to eat these chickens, so they just keep on multiplying. So if you guys catch any chickens, Mr. Smith said you're very welcome to take it home now. And by the way, he said no charge now, okay? Now there's a vine on the right with a light purple or bluish flower on it. Sandpaper vines to the right. Now the Japanese island is across the pond to the right. If anybody wants to visit the island, you'll see a little red bridge coming up on the right-hand side. You can cross the red bridge to get to the Japanese island. Now on the left, these are called tamarind trees, bean pods on it, used as food by the early Hawaiians. In the pasture to the left, you'll see a lot of goats. Goats come in all sizes now. My little tour is going to come to an end. I'll be dropping you by the imu. Imu means underground oven. Now, the ceremony begins at 6. It's still early yet. I took you folks around. If you want to continue walking around, taking pictures, feel free to do so. But come back before we start the ceremony at 6 now. Under the tree to the right, that sand pile you'll see, that's your imu. We put a pig very early this morning. They're going to unearth it. As they unearth it, they'll explain to you how the Hawaiians used to cook their food in the olden days. Also to the right, there's an open imu. If you want to peek in, just be careful, don't fall in. And usually around this area, there's a male peacock. He'll strut his stuff. He'll open the feathers, so you can take pictures a little bit later on. There's a tree on the right, colorful bark on it. It's part of the eucalyptus family. They call it a gum tree for short. Before you exit the tram, only thing I ask, check where you're seated. Make sure you pick up all of your belongings now. Don't leave anything on the tram. As you exit, just watch your step. Enjoy your afternoon, folks, and aloha.
Aloha.
Mahalo, folks. Anybody thirsty? There's a little table off to my right. They're serving some water. You just help yourself. If you need to use the leaky, fastest way to get to it, there's a